Good afternoon from Gilly, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I thought I would focus on something very central in ourselves, our life experience. The goal, I'll say, for many people is this happiness. And today, I thought I'd talk about what is happiness. And you would think that's so easy to feel it, it's so easy to know it, but what is it? And it's specifically being done today for a particular reason. I'll share that with you later, but I do want you to know that for this series, especially about alchemy and transmutation, I've already covered in this series that we need to know where we begin. So we need to know the emotions that we're carrying. We need to know that they're not useful when they're not so positive. And we need to know that even if we feel that we're only suffering, the energy emanates from us, which is truth. Even though people can learn how to put on a happy face or smile or say positive words, positive psychology is not what is needed for alchemy. Alchemy works based on truth. So truth, the universe, energy around us, divine energy, source, God, whichever way you want to label that energy, is always very clear in understanding where we're coming from. So it doesn't matter if people don't understand us. It doesn't matter if even our pets might not necessarily understand, because if we take them for a walk, we give them a fun treat, they might understand that moment that, oh, everything's normal. But they're also going to sense the energy. Something's a little bit different when you're not in your best space or our best space. When we're not in this, it does affect everything around us. The plants around us will feel it. The earth around us feels it. The water around us feels it. People feel it. Pets, animals that we might encounter just in passing. It feels it. It feels this energy. This is what we're sharing. And our body feels it first because it emanates from our body. So then this, happiness. For this video, I thought the first quotation I would share with you is by Paramahansa Yogananda. And it's simple. It says, do not allow your happiness to be conditioned by what you have or do not have. What you have or do not have. So conditioned by what you have or do not have. So I just recently heard of a very good friend whose daughter has just recently got engaged, and this is one example. But when I have an engagement ring, I'm happy. Or the other person has had the yes, the spouse has had the yes, and he would be happy. I'm so happy my girlfriend has become my fiance. And this is all kind of specific to a situation. I'm happy because of this. And then another will look at this and it's like, I'm not married and I'm not so happy because I'm not married. I don't have an engagement ring. And we do this with everything. I have a house, so I'm happy. I don't have a house, so I'm not so happy. I have a job, so I'm happy. I don't have a job, so I'm not so happy. I have great food to eat, so I'm happy. When I don't have great food to eat, I'm not so happy. Or if I don't have great food to eat, or whichever. We find anything that if I have this, I'll be happy. And when I'm happy, I want more of it. And when I don't have this, I'm not so happy. And when I'm not so happy, I'll only be happy when I have that. So it's very interesting to see how our mind processes. And remember, this quotation talked about don't let it be conditioned by what you do have or do not have. Because again, I am married at one point, and then I may not be married tomorrow. So today, if I am married, I may be happy. What happens when I lose what I have? I don't have the permission to be happy anymore then, right? My own mind won't give me the permission. And others won't either, because I was so happy for this person when they were married, and now they're not married, and I'm so sorry for them. And I'm only sharing the same energy that others are saying this, and I feel the same. And so we all just make a whole energetic soup out of this, which is what we've done in society, in the world. And so this next quotation is on the same idea, same wavelength of thinking. It says, happiness is not conditional. Don't be happy when, be happy despite. Life is never perfect. Something is always wrong, but don't let the wrong erase all the right. And this is what I was commenting on earlier, that there's a reason I'm doing this video today specifically. And it's because today, this body is not feeling so healthy in terms of, I feel a bit of a cough coming on. And it's a deep cough. It's a really, really deep cough. So I don't know whether something was brewing for a while and it has finally come to the surface or ready to release. But I will say that it's a deep cough that I recognize that, wow, I'm only here for a certain length of time, and oh my goodness, I've got this cough, this body has this cough. What do? I choose to drink more water, to have a little bit more rest today. And you would think that, oh, she's in this great new environment, she's by the ocean, that's her favorite place, and if I was there, I'd be happy too. And she's happy, and I am. And guess what? It's not that my life is perfect, it's what is happening is just what is happening. Even if it's within my own body, I choose to be happy. And now that happiness is not dependent on this body is healthy, and I am understanding that this body today could use a little bit of extra TLC, and I shall choose to give it to that. Am I lucky that I'm in a space that, yeah, is definitely a beautiful environment, and I'm not at the ocean right now, I'm in the interior, and I choose to stay here, not because, oh my gosh, I've got the ocean here and there will be a time where I won't be at the ocean. That's truth, yet it's not happiness, it's just a truth. I can think it, I can know it, and it doesn't change how happy I am. So I have a great, comfortable bed, and boy, I'm looking forward to having an extra rest today. And I'm looking forward to this because I'm already happy, and that will just make my body happier as it allows itself to heal, and I allow this body to heal with what needs to be done. So that's important. Of course, the food choices will help today. Everything that I am aware that this body and mind has the opportunity to choose, that this will be right for this moment, and I'm still happy. So this is important, that we all go through something. So when this quotation says life is never perfect, something is always wrong. Sure, there is something always going on for ourselves, or people that we care about, or a place that we're in, or the environment that we're in, or the things that we hear about happening elsewhere. Anything, something is always wrong somewhere, everywhere, and usually with ourselves too. In my own life, something is going really right, something is going not right. And in that, I have a choice to still be happy regardless. And so I thought the next quotation that only made sense, and you might know that in spiritual training, by the way, this is very central in the thinking of this middle path sort of idea of being not swayed one way or another. Now that middle path is logical, and it can be seen in terms of duality perspective and thinking of something is good and something is not good, so don't get attached to either side, so I go right in the middle. But then when we go one step beyond to transcend this, and remember, we're looking at alchemy here, I need to put a little bit of this mind, needs to put a little bit of effort into how is this mind thinking now? Where is the thought process? Where are the words? And what am I doing through this form now? So this idea is very common in Vedic tradition. And I'm sorry, I know I've got a little bit of talking behind me. I hope you can still hear me okay. I wanted to talk here about happiness being a choice. So this is, again, there is work to do. And this is, again, allowing for this space of evolution into transmutation or alchemy. And this quotation says, happiness is a choice, not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person will make you happy unless you decide to be happy. Your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. So remember this, no person can make you happy unless you choose to be happy. So two people could have a proposal, and both people say yes, and one person's really happy that, oh gosh, I'm engaged, and another person is kind of scared that I'm engaged, but so many things to do, and so many plans to make, and so many changes that will happen, and so two different people. And those two different minds, one is choosing to be happy, even with the same awareness of all of these things have to be done. And there's an excitement and a joy and a happiness. And another person is temporary happiness, very transient, if that temporary happiness even happened. And it can go into this has to be done, that has to be done, and how many people do I have to tell, how many people will we invite, and who should I tell first? I don't want anyone to be offended that they haven't been told. All of those things can happen in even that happy moment. But it's not the happy moment that matters. It's my happiness. It's your happiness in a moment. The choice to be happy. So it is a choice, not a result. Because I've got an engagement, because I'm healthy, because I'm in this wonderful environment, I'm happy. No, happiness is a choice. That's why I can be happy in Canada. I can be happy in Bali. I can be happy here in Gili. And I encourage that we all focus on that intention and then actual action so that there's no excuses to not be happy. And so that would lead us to unconditional happiness. And I wanted to make sure that I shared this great quotation by, Adam Gockel. And this quotation says, unconditional happiness. Unconditional happiness, needing outside circumstances or situations to be or go a certain way in order to be happy, is both normal and insane. I totally agree with this. Basically, being stuck on a wild and uncomfortable emotional roller coaster day after day after day. Unconditional happiness is outside of typical human programming or conditioning. So for most, it takes awareness, intention, and discipline to master. However, with practice, it becomes our new normal. And this is, again, why today is such a perfect day for me to share this with you, because my happiness, I am happy to be sharing this information, which I feel is so useful and valuable for all of us when we are consciously paying attention to how does our mind think, how does it hold on to happiness because something good happened, and how it holds on to the opposite when something good hasn't happened, and how it can be centered in happiness no matter what happens. Today I wanted to finish this quotation with this quotation by, you'll hear. This is a quotation, it's actually an experience that a student had who asked the Buddha this question, and it's very useful to think about when we're thinking about our own lives and recognizing what it all means when we're thinking about happy. So this said, a man asked Lord Buddha, I want happiness. Lord Buddha said, first remove I, that's ego. Then remove want, that's desire. See, now you are left with only happiness. So remember that in this thinking, many people refer to themselves as I, which is really the me, again, just language. This mind likes to refer to I as divine energy that we have flowing through all of us. Yet, in common language, most people will say, I feel this way, I am not happy, I want to be happy, as in the student's question. Again, when we remove the I, it removes ego. It removes who I think of as me. This mind wants to be happier. This body wants to be happier, healthier, whatever, more prosperous. This life should be more prosperous. That would make me happy. All of those thoughts are relating to the ego. I want to live here. I want this vacation. All of those I's are relating to the ego from most common discussion or sharing of this word. And then want, that's desire, I want. How about I have happiness? That forces us to see what is here. This is what I have. Someone would say, if someone's in a low vibrational energy, it's like, I have lots of not great luck. And even that would take some mindful attention, because they might say bad luck. I have this, I don't have what I want. So this is that whole idea of want and what I don't have. That want makes me feel like that would make me happy. That's an illusion. And then remembering that it's an illusion because it might not be there tomorrow, but I think once I have it tomorrow, then I'll be happy. I am happy now. So then we are left with happiness. I take away the ego, I take away the desire, and I am left with happiness. And unless we consciously practice this, we fall into the patterns that we've been trained with from families, from societies, from countries, from the world, this universal energy that does affect us all. Let's come back to our pure consciousness, which always is happy, content, blissful, I might say. This space is something that we each can carry and do carry. With conscious attention, it builds up its strength. Today, I wish that for all of us, and recognizing that this conscious intention and action consistently is the space that allows the alchemy to flow effortlessly from us. And it is with the right intentions of happiness, not just for me, but for the world. I am this, and I am bringing this back to all of us. This is my intention. I hope it is yours too. And start small. Start with ourselves. It has to begin within ourselves. Watch your own thoughts, words, actions. I wish you a fabulous day or night ahead, and I hope you remember to transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day or night, everyone.